dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. This is Power Grind Boxing. In a storm of controversy and comeback, Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois squared off, and we getting ready to talk about it right now. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Look, this is the wide world of boxing. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Hate a little bit if you feel. Hate makes you great. You understand what I'm saying now? Whew, it was crazy. A tale of boxing. We're going to talk about resilience. We're going to talk about controversy. We're going to talk about triumph. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? Oleksandr Usyk, Daniel Dubois. I'm just saying, look, this is going to be an extended version right now. Okay, so let's talk about this. Oleksandr Usyk, right? On the ground. Wallowing on the ground. Looking like he in pain. 5th round. Yeah, it was crazy. And then, he stops Daniel Dubois in the 9th round. It was a crazy night in Poland. That's what we're going to call this episode of Power Ground Boxing, the Wild World of Boxing. We're going to call this a crazy night in Poland. Okay. Ukrainian Oleksandr Usyk. Now, you already know Ukraine going through some crazy stuff right now. So, man, shouts out to Oleksandr Usyk and Ukraine because they did what they had to do, right? Ukrainian. He retained the WBA, WBO, IBO, and IBF heavyweight title with his victory over Daniel Dubois. But guess what? He had to climb some ladders. And when I say climb some ladders, I mean, he had to climb off the floor just to win. You know what I'm saying? Because he was down by a right hand to the body, which referee Luis Pabon judged to have been a low blow. But replays show that it was a borderline shot, which might have been ruled as a legal blow on any other night except a night where you're in Poland right by the Ukraine and, all these crazy things. You got what I'm saying? It is what it is. But look, Dubois, who was not docked a point for the supposed infringement, which is a good thing because he hadn't done that before. Usually if you punch low, then you get a warning, and then you punch low again, then guess what? They take a point. Okay, so anyway, failed to capitalize on that moment in the 5th, right? Because within 4 rounds, he got stopped by a right hand from the rejuvenated Oleksandr Usyk. Now, Usyk, he was feeling really great after his victory. He was very grateful. He was grateful to his team. He was grateful to his family, to his children. He was grateful to his country. You know what I'm saying? He was thanking everybody. You got what I'm saying? Because boxing is definitely a very, very tough sport. And, he admitted that. You got what I'm saying? Now, 2 days after the Ukraine celebrated their independence, right? Usyk defended the world heavyweight title in a city that is largely Ukrainian. You know what I'm saying? Like, the city has a gigantic or very, very large Ukrainian community. Now, I'm going to pronounce the city, but I may pronounce the city incorrectly. Do not be angry at me. But from what I've read, I got an great education, but it's Wroclaw. So it went down in Wroclaw in Poland, of course. Right across the eastern border, right? From Usyk's country. Now, a lot of people in Wroclaw have been refugees who fled the Russian invasion last year. Because Russia invaded Sikh, and then they left Sikh to go to Wroclaw. So, undisputed champion, hopeful, by the name of Oleksandr Usyk, right? He came in, I want to say, about 10 pounds lighter than Daniel Dubois. Now, Daniel Dubois came in a full-fledged heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Now, shorter man, great judgment of distance, different styles. Usyk, first round, I say, close one. You know what I'm saying? But from there, Dubois, I think he was dropped. What? So many. I think he got dropped, 2 times before the loss? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying. Anyway, Oleksandr Usyk rolling around on the floor, gets back up after, 10 minutes. Nah, really, got some minutes to recover. Recovers, knocks Daniel Dubois out. That was basically the fight in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? The fight in a nutshell. But all fights gotta have controversy. And the controversy, of course, is what was deemed as a low blow in the 5th round by a right hand. And it dropped Oleksandr Usyk, and he stayed down for a little while. From what I saw, it looked as if he was really in genuine pain. But when I looked at the punch, it looked like it was a punch on the belt line. So either it was really good acting, or in that moment, he had an anatomy shift. And things became higher than what they were. Are you understanding what I'm saying? He took a lot of minutes to recover. Him and Dubois touched gloves, and then they got back to action. But one thing that I will say, after they got back to action, he was unsteady. Oleksandr Usyk, he was unsteady. But Daniel Dubois failed to capitalize on that moment. He didn't capitalize on it. He failed to capitalize on that opportunity. And Oleksandr Usyk finished the round on top. Now, I remember a couple times, man, Daniel Dubois was getting his head snapped back with a left hand, right? Now, it seemed like Usyk wasn't really comfortable fighting Dubois, because Dubois kept landing a great right hand. I'm just saying, man. It's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And Dubois also had Usyk in trouble in the 7th round, from what I saw. But Oleksandr Usyk turned it all around. He applied the necessary pressure, and eventually he did what he had to do. What's crazy though is that it wasn't until the final seconds of the 8th round when Usyk did like a double jab. It was like a cross hook combination, right? And then Daniel Dubois He had to do the Colin Kaepernick. He had to take a knee. But he rose and he beat the referee's count, right? I had no problem with that. I'm like, okay. Bell rung. Boom. Now they fighting again, right? Oleksandr Usyk, 9th round. Back to work. So I'm like, okay. I see Usyk trying to get him out of there, doing what he got to do. Put him down again. Quick hand. Boom. The referee was counting. Pabon was counting. He got to 9. Daniel Dubois stood up. He was up. You could see that he was up, but Pabon still, or the referee still waved it off, which made no sense to me. I was like, like, why? He was up. You said 9, he was up. Why would you why would you wave it off? You never said 10. Why would you wave it off? You're supposed to count. It's a 10 count for a reason. It's a 10 count for a reason. So I'm not understanding what the referee saw. I didn't understand when I saw Dubois hit Oleksandr Usyk on the belt line. It was rated a low blow. Didn't understand it. I'm like, hey, what's going on? What are they doing? Then I started thinking in my mind about a big fight. I said, if Oleksandr Usyk defeats Dubois, then this clears the path for Usyk to face the WBC champion, Tyson Fury, in Saudi Arabia next year. And I'm like, oh, that would make sense. Not gonna dwell on that a lot. I'm not gonna be a conspiracy theorist, but I will say this. Oleksandr Usyk can cement his status as heavyweight champion by defeating Tyson Fury, then, hey, so be it. But someone wants that fight to happen. When I look at that fight, I say, man, this was a punching battleground, controversy. It had a lot of courage, had a lot of athleticism. It was a very crazy moment when that right hand to the body from Dubois knocked Oleksandr Usyk down. But Luis Pabon, the referee, deemed it a low blow. Yeah. That's going to always stir a lot of debates. Was it above the belt or below the belt? Because if it's on the belt line, it's legal. So it's just weird. You know, everybody's divided over it. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I've replayed it, and replays have suggested that it was a borderline shot. So you can fight and argue about the legality of the blow or not. It can be a controversial argument about the blow, whether it was ethical or unethical. But I saw it on the belt line. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Man, shouts out to Daniel Dubois. Man, shouts out to Oleksandr Usyk. I will say that Oleksandr Usyk is known for being tactically proficient in weathering a storm, because that's what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? And capitalize on a lot of opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He had to capitalize on a lot of those opportunities because he had a rejuvenated spirit after the referee said that, hey, you got hit low and let you take those minutes to recover. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying. But hey, it is what it is. He still halted Daniel Dubois in the 9th round. And that victory is still marked by doubt, by some people who are like, what's going on? You got what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. But reflecting on that triumph, I did appreciate the words that echoed a warrior spirit. Because boxing is tough. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect your opponents. You got to respect the sport of boxing. And what you do or fail to do will show itself in the ring. That's just how it is. So, man, shouts out to all the people in the Ukraine. Hope that the Ukraine gets better. Daniel Dubois is very angry. He was undeterred by being in hostile environment. He faced Oleksandr Usyk's onslaught, and he still had the courage to stand tall, even though, you know, he was booed and really not liked. You got what I'm saying? But Oleksandr Usyk's this victory, his win, opens up the door for a fight with WBC champion Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia. So, hey, we're gonna see what the year holds. You got what I'm saying? Now, I try to jump out of here. I just had to talk about this fight. I'm just trying to talk it through because, man, so many people we arguing online about this thing, about the punch, and, you know, about people helping Oleksandr Usyk and not helping. It's just the world is always going to be divided on this issue right here. You got what I'm saying? But look, the clash between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois reminds me that even in the midst of controversy, the essence of boxing is in resilience and determination. R-A-D. We're going to just say RAD. It's always in RAD. In resilience and determination. And the reason why I say that is because their journey is a testament to the strength of character. The character that carries a fighter through the storm of a challenge. Now, Usyk victory, it created a moment in time of strategy, of unwavering spirit. Think about what's going to happen in the future. Yeah, they had to set it up. They had to set up the perfect match for the future between two warriors who have motivation, discipline, determination, and now they're focused on only one. So who's going to be undisputed? I don't know. But I do know that Daniel Dubois has given the blueprint of how to defeat Oleksandr Usyk. And Daniel Dubois is not as strong as Tyson Fury. So if Tyson Fury can land to the body against the smaller individual by the name of Oleksandr Usyk, he will be able to slow him down. And I think that Tyson Fury can get Oleksandr Usyk out of there. Because if Daniel Dubois can knock Oleksandr Usyk down with body shot, I'm just saying, I think Tyson Fury gonna be able to do it too. Those are just my thoughts. You can leave your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about Daniel Dubois versus Oleksandr Usyk? And in the future in Saudi Arabia, what do you think about Oleksandr Usyk versus the WBC champion, Tyson Fury? Power Grind Boxing, feel free to punch the like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend about Power Grind Boxing and stay on the grind.